Let's explore a little more in Perplexity. So we're back to the screen here where we can put in a question. It says here to ask anything, but below there's a few suggestions, and I'm quite interested in clicking on how is Perplexity AI different? So let's do that. And again, you'll see that it's coming up with some sources here, and below the answer starts to appear. So we've got Perplexity AI distinguishes itself from traditional chatbots and search engines through its unique approach to information retrieval and summarization. Here are the key differences. So it's saying it has real-time web search, which contrasts with many chatbots. So that is a good point, actually, that some chatbots do have a cut-off in time where they were trained, so they won't be aware of things that have happened recently if they don't have access to the internet. So that is a difference. And the fact that the summaries where it answers the question have citations is definitely a difference. So you can see where it's pulling that information from. It also says here that it has a search mode that is quick versus pro search, and that's something that we can click on in a moment. So quick provides fast, straightforward answers, whilst pro search delves deeper, often asking follow-up questions to refine the results. So that's interesting to see the differences of when you might use one over the other. Contextual understanding, so it has conversational memory, remembers the context of previous interactions, allowing for a more fluid conversation. And that's particularly useful when you have follow-up questions. It comes down there to comparing itself again to ChatGPT, and it's saying that they both generate responses, but they're claiming that they're better at factual inquiries. But they are being fair there by saying that ChatGPT excels in creative tasks, but not always providing the source of the information. And users can direct Perplexity to search specific types of sources, enhancing their relevance. So that's really interesting. And you have access to that from the very beginning. So let's go and click a new conversation here. And that reference it made is clicking on this focus link here. Set a focus for your sources. So when we click on it, you have the option here. The default is all, and it will search across the entire internet. You have the option here to search for published academic papers, which might be really interesting if you're trying to write a more considered scientific paper or something that's more academic. Math, solve equations and find numerical answers. Writing, generate text or chat without searching the web. So that's more like making it to be more like ChatGPT or Claude, where you're asking it to create some text for you, maybe. Video, discover and watch videos. And social, search for discussions and opinions. So that's going to be more like sites like Reddit, where we ask a question, and a site like Reddit often has a lot of people answering questions there. So do you want more of just that social sourcing of information, or do you want it to be across the entirety of the web or specifically academic? So let's think of, let's do social actually, that'd be quite interesting. So let's see, what is the best AI tool? So when we're just linking it to social, you might get a slightly different nuance here, because you can see all the sources are Reddit. Let's just click on here. Yep, all of them. So clearly it is searching Reddit for its answers. And you can see that it's found quite a few conversations here. Which tools do you pay for? What are the best tools that actually help your business? In your opinion, what are the best tools to use and for what? So it's looking across lots of different conversations from lots of different people and then synthesizing an answer from that. And quite rightly, it says here, the best tools vary significantly based on user needs and specific applications. But here's a summary of some highly recommended tools. And that's all you can ask for. And a tool like this is really helpful, because previously, if you'd just gone into Google and asked the same question, it probably would have found the same sources, but you would have to click in every single one, scan down, read them all, decide if you liked that answer or not. Whereas this is summarizing all that information for you in one go, which is really, really helpful. So that was constraining our search to social. It'd be interesting to see if we click academic, if the same question will actually have any results or not. And here straight away, we've got a different set of sources. You can see that one of these is Semantic Scholar. We have a site called ARXIV. And what else do we have here? Mostly Semantic Scholar by the looks of it. So there'll be specific sites that the tool often references and uses. And because this was such an open question, again, it's helpful. The response seems to be sensible. It says there's no single best AI tool, as the choice depends on the specific use case and requirements. However, here are some notable tools and their strengths. So straight away, you can see that the words are more considered here. So it's less of a conversation with friends and colleagues and more of maybe a scientist or a technical person explaining something to you, because here it says designing a human-centered AI tool for. So it's a different type of language and a different type of approach to the question that you asked. So go back again to the home page. And, it's interesting to give that function a try there and to see what results you get and to see if that helps you pin down the information that you're actually after. The other thing you can do on here is you can attach documents. So if you had a document that you wanted to summarize, you could attach a PDF and ask Perplexity to summarize the document for you or search it for certain types of information, which is helpful to do. And then the other thing that you can do here with Perplexity is you can turn on the Pro option. And that is limited to 5 searches a day. And if we click on it here, it says learn more. So what is Pro Search? A conversational search guide. And instead of quick generic results, it engages you, fine-tuning its answers. Why would you use it? It understands you through follow-up questions. So that's interesting how it tells you to do that there. So let's see how that works in practice. If we come back here, turn on Pro and say, what is the best AI tool? And you can see it's still highlighted in blue to say it's still on the Pro mode. And this time it looks slightly different. It's actually showing you its logic a little bit. So it's working through steps here. So it's searching and it's analyzing, and it's come up with, similarly to the beginning, it's come up with some sources here and it's come up with an answer, and it's categorized those in different types. So for example, assistance, content creation, image generation, automation, etc. So there wasn't much difference there really with that one, but you will find when you play with this with different types of questions and having them with the Pro Search on or the Pro Search off, you'll start to learn the differences there. But hopefully that gives you a little bit more information in the nuances of how you can fine-tune your search depending on the type of information you're looking for. And yeah, look forward to talking to you again soon. Thank you.